Israel and Iran. Two regional powerhouses locked in a high-stakes game of brinkmanship. And according to recent U.S. intelligence, that game may be approaching a flashpoint. Reports from multiple American officials suggest that Israel is actively preparing for a potential strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. We're talking about real movements, the relocation of aerial munitions, long-range air drills, and intercepted communications. It's all part of what analysts call advanced operational planning. But here's the catch: there's no confirmation that Israeli leadership has made the final decision to launch. Sources say intercepted conversations between senior Israeli officials and their public warnings have triggered alarms in Washington, especially now with US and Iran negotiations back on the table. If a deal goes through that doesn't force Iran to give up enriched uranium, Israel may take matters into its own hands. Neither the Israeli government nor the U.S. National Security Council has publicly confirmed the strike preparations. And within the U.S. itself, there's disagreement. Are these military signals real preparation for war, or strategic pressure to influence diplomacy? The risks: enormous. A unilateral Israeli strike could shatter fragile diplomatic efforts, ignite the region, and pull in other actors from Gaza to the Gulf. Some U.S. analysts doubt Israel's ability to decisively cripple Iran's deeply buried nuclear sites alone. And while Israel has reportedly requested advanced munitions from the U.S., Washington's still betting on diplomacy, not war. Iran isn't sitting idle. Ranked 16th in global military power, Iran has bolstered its air defenses and expanded its radar systems fivefold in just the past year. But it's also under serious pressure. Inside Iran, the regime faces a storm of challenges: economic collapse, widespread unrest, political infighting, and crumbling regional influence after setbacks in Syria and among proxy forces like Hezbollah and the Houthis. Leadership is now more divided than ever. Decisions once made by a single supreme leader are now debated within the Supreme Council for National Defense, a group rife with tension. And with no clear backup plan if nuclear talks fail, the regime is walking a tightrope. So, if Israel is seriously planning a strike, when could it happen? May weather in Iran offers a relatively open window. Clear nights, mild temperatures, minimal rainfall, low wind speeds, all favorable for precision nighttime air operations. But meteorologists will be watching closely, because a thunderstorm or heavy cloud cover could scrub the mission instantly. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump is taking a sharp diplomatic turn. He just inked historic arms deals with Gulf states. He skipped Israel entirely on his recent trip. And his administration is pushing for a ceasefire in Gaza, directly clashing with Israel's military goals. Publicly, Trump says the U.S.-Israel alliance remains strong. But the message is clear: the focus is shifting to the Gulf. And Israel, it may be increasingly on its own. So what's the bottom line? Israel is ready, Iran is on edge, and diplomacy is the last thread holding it all together. If that thread snaps, the next move may not be made in a negotiation room. It may be made in the skies over Iran.